So hey guys, so I watched Madharasi and I swear on every goddamn living being I was not planning to watch this. Because my gut told me this shit ain't gonna be any good. But as you know, the first day reviews were pretty much saying it's SK's Tupaki and all of that crap. And even then I was super skeptical. But I have a friend who told me this felt like a good commercial film and there were genuine character moments and all that baloney, which was there for sure. And obviously, I fell for this and went there and swear I'm not even trying to rage bait. I don't understand the hype. I was so disappointed for falling for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like disappointed with the film because it's just another bad movie. But I was just disappointed with myself for falling for this crap. All right, let me start with the major issue I had this film. SK's character was certainly very compelling. They don't necessarily deep dive into his psychology, but rather give an idea on what happened and how it affects him. Which is good enough for this premise, I guess. They certainly help to establish characters and where they are at and the purpose in this premise, in this world. And so from the very beginning, you root and sympathize for this character, which was a big plus in the first half. And then my favorite part of the film were the romance portion, only in the first half, by the way. Make no mistake. Especially when she shows up to SK's office to check if he's okay. You know what scene I'm talking about. That's probably the only good scene from the film, anyway. Like whatever I just described is in the first half, and I was very convinced maybe this movie was onto something until the movie turned into a commercial fuckfest, and they just threw logic out of the window entirely. It's okay for a movie to be a bit crazy, and for a lack of a better word, mainstream. It's okay for a movie to be a bit mainstream, but when a movie is so blatantly stupid, it's hard to take it seriously. I think in Gajini, Sanjay was just seeking revenge and he was out for himself. So the stakes were very low and it felt like one person's problem. And even at that time, throughout the movie, we get this feeling like he's a mentally unstable person, and if the wrong buttons are pushed, he could be a danger to anyone. And there's a scene where Nayan's character just uses him to kill the villain. It wasn't your like your daily hero, you know what I'm saying? So that was very convincing to me. I'm talking about Sanjay from Ghazni. But when you look at Madarasi, the stakes are very high. Mind you, they're talking about a city that's potentially gonna have gun violence if things go south. And their plan to sort this issue out is basically to send a mentally ill guy as a suicide bomber. Let me be clear. When I knew this character was just trying to kill himself, but this made so much sense. I mean, he's still mentally stable and he would listen to the cops or the army or whoever they are, right? Because of the team couldn't afford to lose another army officer to that operation as well. So it makes sense why they would send a random civilian into that place. But the minute I got to know he is unstable, it completely, like, I completely fell out of the movie. Like, you know very well when he sees a body, he's gonna go all crazy, basically. So you think a mission would just go on according as you plan without any casualties? These are trained army officers, by the way. I'm not even nitpicking. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. It completely took me out of the film. Like, is this really the premise of the film? So they actually send a mentally stable person to a top secret mission. It sounded so stupid to me. I couldn't take the movie seriously anymore. And the stupidity was constant throughout the film. Like, they are building this stake up, right? Like, and then they just dumb that problem down by just sending a stupid person to that mission. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the film, by the way, none of the cops couldn't find the rat in the gang, but SK was able to do it. A guy who spent most of his life in a mental hospital just handles the gun, like gets the gun from the villain, like he's a trained soldier almost. I don't think I'm nitpicking, but once you like notice these things, it's so hard to unsee it. Even the characters. I'm not quite sure who's the biggest idiot in this film. The police pretty much don't do anything in this film. They let a retard handle everything, and Mahalati falling in love with SK wasn't a problem. But she left him so that he would turn into a retard again. Just so, what? Just so that he would help everyone. Girl, aren't you a nurse? You're supposed to help him, right? Are you even hearing yourself? Then in another scene, even after knowing the police tried to kill his boyfriend and completely take advantage of his mental illness, she says absolutely nothing. Like, are you actually kidding me? She in fact tells them to use him even more. Got to be the most toxic as GF I've ever seen. Or just stupid. I don't know. Maybe I mean, it takes one to fall in love with another stupid person, I guess. On and on about how stupid this film actually is, but the rest of the world seems to be loving it. So I'm gonna stop right there. Don't even get me started on the comedy. It's 10 times more stupid than SK's character. Even the villains didn't have any weight to their characters. They were typical and they were being stupid too. They could it I swear I'm not even trying to nitpick. It's just the stupidity was so blatantly obvious. I couldn't see past that, if that makes sense. But I can see the genuine effort being put towards the action scenes. It was really well done. Vidyut, as usual, he just nailed action sequences. But I did not expect SK to eat that shit up. Like he did really, really well. Even his performance, he didn't overdo it. They tried to make him a bit more animalistic towards the end because that's like a plot point, I guess. There's a whole animal instinct thing. It wasn't really cringy at all. I think he did that all right as well. Overall, I did not like the movie at all, but maybe give it a shot if you feel like checking it out. I know I sound dread because I'm just so tired of watching these garbage fucking films, man. So yeah, I have planned like not to see any movies in the theaters for a while. So yeah, if I don't know what to say, I didn't like the movie. Is what I wanted to say. These are my opinions, and yeah, that's about it. See ya.